All rise for His Honor, Judge Ward Hunt. Susan Anthony, are you familiar with the charges held against you?
Unfortunately.
And how do you plead?
Not guilty.
And now the prosecution can give their opening statement. Mr. Crowley.
Gentlemen of the jury, on November 5th, this state held an election. The defendant, Miss Susan B. Anthony, upon the 5th day of November, voted for a representative in Congress. At that time, she was a woman. I suppose there will be no question about that. There will be no question of fact in the case when all of the evidence is out, and it will be for you to decide whether or not the defendant committed the offense of voting for a representative in Congress upon that occasion. We think there is no question that whatever Miss Anthony's intentions may have been, good or otherwise, she did not have a right to vote.
And Mr. Selden, are you presenting the defense's opening statement?
Gentlemen of the jury, this is like a case of no ordinary magnitude, though many of you might regard it as one of very little importance and stuff. I shall endeavor to establish that when she offered to have her name registered as a public voter, and when she offered her vote of member of Congress and stuff, she was as much entitled to vote as any man that voted, according to the Constitution of laws and laws of the government under which she lives, and stuff. Beyond that, whether it was legal or not, whether she was entitled to vote or not, if she sincerely believed she had that right and offered her ballot in good faith, then by laws of this country, she is guilty of no crime. Under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of these Americas, she had a right to vote and stuff. I advised her to go and offer her vote now. Now, listen, okay? I may have been mistaken in that, and if I was mistaken, I believe she acted in good faith and stuff. If by acting in most perfect good faith she has made a mistake, or if I made one, this is not a reason for committing her to a felon's cell. Ow.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Selden. With that, we can start with the first witness. Beverly W. Jones, a witness, is called to the stand on behalf of the United States, having been duly sworn.
Mr. Jones, where do you reside?
8th Ward, Rochester, New York.
Do you know the defendant, Miss Susan B. Anthony?
Yes, sir.
In what capacity were you acting upon that day, November 5th, in relation to the election?
Inspector of Election.
And who were the inspectors with you?
Edwin T. Maj and William B. Hall.
Did you see, upon the 5th day of November, the defendant vote in the election in Rochester?
Why, yes, sir.
Did you receive the tickets from Miss Anthony?
Yes, sir.
And what did you do with them?
Put them in the boxes where they belong.
Was Miss Anthony's vote challenged upon that occasion?
Well, no, sir.
Thank you. That will be all.
Mr. Selden, you may now cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jones, are you one of the officers engaged in making the registry of voters?
Yes, sir.
Did Miss Anthony ever appear before the Board of Registry and claim to be a voter?
She did.
Was there any objection made or any doubt raised as to her right to vote?
There was.
On what ground?
On the ground that the Constitution of the State of New York did not allow women to vote.
And what was the defect in her right to vote as a citizen?
She was not a male citizen.
That she was a woman?
Yes, sir.
And did the board consider the question of her right to register and decide she was entitled to it?
Yes, sir.
And was she registered accordingly?
Yes, sir.
And did the supervisor of elections advise the registry as to her right?
One of them did.
And the judgment of the inspectors was made with that advice?
It had a great deal of weight with the inspectors. I have no doubt.
Thank you. I am finished.